Okay, good morning, everybody. I don't have that much time, but a week ago, before I got my new ring light, and I went through four. I told this story over on Denise Fletcher's channel on Saturday night. I bought three variations, or at least two, of a different type where the ball joint wasn't screwed into the center, connecting the light part, the circular part, to the hinge or whatever you want to call it, where the ball joint was already screwed in on the first one, but the other three it wasn't. So as inept as I am with anything mechanical, I went through about three different ones trying to jam it in, and it didn't work. So I ended up getting the first one all over again. Now, I want to come full circle because I do want to do more of these. Plus, I'm back. I would say I'm backlogged about 6 or 7 things I wanted to read on. And unfortunately, some of them won't get read because these things might have been answered or have no real foundation in examination anymore. So I want to point these things out to you because they're kind of coming full circle. I don't know if it was in the Stab in the Dark 2025 one, but there was something where I saw them all being drugged up. Look at the most recent message on my community board. Could be an Altoid. Keith Edwards had a report this morning on perhaps it was Viagra. All right, so then I went through minutes on these, and these are within the different videos. So I started with the Stab in the Dark predictions 2025, and this was done, I want to say, between when he went into the White House and either the end of 2024. So at minute 6:16 to minute 7:30, the value of a promise and the rug. There was some allusion to the rug being pulled out from under us. Minute 8:30 to 9:06, the accessibility to medical care being diminished. And then, of course, recently, if you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, likely, and I know this from experience and what I've been told, and I'll be hearing more about it in the coming weeks, those are going up by 11%. Minute 12:50, the Republican Party splitting into fascist factions. These are things I said. Minute 14, what we learn has a cost, and the ensuing rage in finding out the truth about the binary. So what that means is being in this dualistic scenario is only intensified in a dualistic world when we have two parties and only two options. It seems where the glaring problems make neither one of them successful. So then I went on to minute 15 and I looked at this. The nanny state. What does the nanny state imply? Palantir, Paragon, things that we know about now that Peter Thiel wants to work with the administration to bring in. 16 minutes in. And I remember now, this is the thing with Nostradamus that was problematic for many people, is that it was cloaked in riddle. And so sometimes what we see, you guys, is not the literal, the exact meaning. In other words, we're seeing it, but we can't put it into the exact words. So we have to interpolate meaning, which somehow in a lot of people's minds negates our worth or the worth of what we're saying. But I believe that there's something to our abilities, and I believe we all get different parts of the story. 16 minutes, the revolt against the Democratic Party and Democrats being seen as ineffectual. And that wasn't news. I think that was starting then. Minute 22, the threatening of humanity pushed to the brink because of humanity's obsolescence. I think this more had something to do with the way it was said about. No, I'm going to take it as it is because I wouldn't have written it some way to make myself look better. It doesn't seem like me. Minute 32, general thesis about then incoming administration, more Stephen Miller than Trump, who was shown to be what he is, basically conscripting the administration to do what it does under him. I want to give myself some time, maybe like 10 minutes. Okay. The 33rd minute, the condition to be abused. We've been conditioned to be abused by our government, and I think that's one of the things here that's holding us back. Because on the one hand, Trump knows the game. He knows how it's been played, and he knows that it's been a slow rolling coup, as Denise Siegel says. But he also knows that you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And the condition is to take the abuse and not do anything. But sometime I don't believe in what a lot of people are saying about through natural, attrition or natural means. This has a way out other than incendiary action. For entertainment purposes only. Minute 34. There was a recent report about an assertion that Americans want a dictator, not all of them. And polls showed it to be true, and Donald Trump came out with that. Minute 34, look at that timestamp and see if that resonates with you. I'll put the video back up here. Or you can just go, it's the Stab in the Dark Predictions, Volume 1, 2025. "36 minutes in, social systems going." And again, I don't know how much of this would have already been evident, given when it was filmed. Minute 36, rug out from under us. I did all this. Oh, okay. Okay, medical advancement in cancer I saw, or a medical advancement, period. Minute 38 is hinting at the cancer cure ultimately defunded. Transhumanist Peter Thiel wanting to live forever or remaining. Yeah, so part of stopping the cure from cancer through natural attrition and letting people die is wanting to distill the consciousness forever. I think that's an extension of the last premonition or prediction. And it had to do with Thiel. Minute 54, philosophy of humanity. And that has to do with Thiel. Minute 43, there's something there. And then I go into the 2025 predictions with the pendulum. Elon, Space Force, mantle, and the fizzling either of Space Force or of NASA. And then minute 4, minute 3 on earthquakes. Minute 5:10, Putin will not die in 2025. 6:46, we haven't seen this yet. Bill Clinton unalived for entertainment purposes only. Minute 9:51, J.D. Vance becomes president in 2025. Also beneath that, Trump wouldn't be inaugurated because he never put his hands on the Bible. That wasn't a prediction, but in light of the fact that he did, I think it has something to do, or it should have been something that typified us as to how bad it was going to be. Minute 11:50. Well, something about Donald Trump Jr. before 11:50, running for VP or President 2025. I just have VP. 11:50, and this is the Pendulum one, Pendulum Volume 1, where you can find these. I'm going to stop in a minute. Minute 11:50, the Los Angeles City Council, or the city, just revoked her security clearance. So I imagine that Trump revoked hers already. I don't know if Trump had anything to do with exerting pressure on the city of Los Angeles. I think it might be the LAPD that revoked it. Kamala's life in jeopardy, I see. Again, for entertainment purposes only. Minute 12, Joe Biden health not deteriorating anymore. There was something last night. I forget whose channel. I think it might have been Arthur's. He's doing what he's told, and it's not deteriorating, and or it's staying about the same. And that's what I have. So I'm going to keep going with this. I don't know to what degree, but the 2 videos I will put in here, I've got to get this uploaded. So I will talk to you soon. Hopefully I'll be on tonight, not live, but doing something. Bye-bye.